So the 2025 Confounding Calendar finished up a while back. There's so many good puzzles in here, including probably one of my top 5 public projects that I've still yet to make a dedicated video on. I really feel like I really should at some point, but anyway, there's also like unbelievable amounts of bonus games that it's just ridiculous. There's so many bonus games too. Would probably take like 2 days to play through the whole thing, as in combined footage. I've had this footage sitting around forever, very annoying. It's about 1 hour of various different great puzzles from the Confounding Calendar, and I'm finally sharing it here because I need to get this off my hard drive. BCat is a legend in my community for making Squishcraft and other cursed games. And this game, Squish OS, like, came out in the Confounding Calendar, and what is this? Start left mouse drag windows. So I guess this game is based upon an OS similar structure, but is there minimize? This is not a real minimize button. I can press this to... Okay, now I can control the character. Okay, but is there a way to resize this or make a new window? I don't think I fit. This is not itself a window, yeah? Or maybe, like, you drag it off screen. Does that make any sense? Down? Nope, that is actually a wall. Really sure, like... Oh, I can push that around? What the... Wait, hold on. And that didn't work before. Okay, so we're cutting off the edges. So that... Wait, how... Okay, so... Okay, if I do this, can I... No, I can't tug the bottom down at all. If I, like, do this, am I... Oh my god, I'm cut off. Oh my god. So wait, I'm just gonna cut off to the bottom corner. So now I can fit. What the frog? Dude, I can go... There's... The fact that I can do multiple windows is also deeply concerning. Okay, what about this then? Now this is its own cut-off section. Yeah, that's level 2 done. I can't believe there's no custom music. What do you mean there's like a fake flag now? Maybe I need to get them on both at the same time? Okay, if I need that, then I probably need, like, the 2 characters to be cut off. Does that even work? I probably should. Let's do this. There, you win. That's the... I didn't win. Hold on, there's still a flag here. Okay. That does not feel like it's going to work. I want, like, the middle parts, like, to be cut. Dude, I actually have no idea how this is gonna work. Let's cut off the top, maybe? Okay, there we go. You win for real, alright. Thank you, Squishcraft Inventor. But I noticed, it's the anti-aliasing. Your game is not fully conformed to the color scheme. This is a joke, because my game is way worse at such things. Bye. We surrender. This is a word puzzle game. And, yeah, type to cast spells like up or north. And then, okay. What? Why did we do that? Okay, I think the enemy just, like, attacked us or something. Or, I don't know, like, if I just do up again, does that same thing happen? No? What happened there? When I did north, I guess it just goes up and to the right, so... Okay, so it's like N and R or whatever are highlighted. So if I just do like north, doesn't work at all. Run. Okay, so I just did a right move and then 2 upwards moves, So, wait, E will count as east. I'm guessing I want to like land directly on the enemy, maybe. How about I say the word like dead instead? Will that land it? That's just a swap with the enemy. That didn't work at all. I don't know if these enemies have, like, different rules or something. Why can't you say such a large word? Wait, chess actually does do it. Hold on, but does up get you off the grid and kill you? Yes. Swear to God, I checked if this was muted, like, multiple times. I mean, maybe... Okay, but clearly the letter Q is not highlighted, so that's nothing. Lol. Okay, maybe a different enemy has, like, different behavior, right? What about, like, wall to get over to the side? And now, what, like, south and then west? I don't want to have anything else. Okay, I just hit... Oh, whoa! Whoa! That's really cool. Wait. Hold on. Or maybe... that won't work. No, this will work. I think. Swell. We're just trying to knock this shield off. Oh, come on! Oh my god! The fact that, oh my god, the fact that your shirt counts as armor. I'm doing swelling so I can leave. Alright. Oh, of course! Of course it regenerates! How do I fix this? Swole is not a word. Are there any good ones like left? If I do this, then I need to do down, which I think D is down. For like wads or waist, no. Or maybe lasses. Lassos. Okay, okay, I think this will work. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, alright. So I guess every single enemy will probably have its own pattern to clear. That's awesome. What a cool mechanic. I will say, though, that WASD is a thing, which currently it's not a thing. Okay, let's like let's go to the right and figure out what this person's like. Maybe I need to swap with it multiple times, or maybe even backstab it. Okay, so that's like or maybe saddle or something. Does it react when you do this? It does. Well, that doesn't help. Can we just do this? Is that fine? It is. So, seriously, what is the problem with this person? Do I just need to swap with it all the time? Sadnesses. This doesn't even work. Sadness. Well, one swap wasn't enough. Ooh, maybe I swap it into a hole. That would be cool. Can I like get out of range so I do like sassy or something and then it will stay? No, it doesn't stay. Dang. Interestingly, I thought it would kill me at this position though. So I just need to do like north, right, down, left. Needle? Okay, does this work out? Excellent, good job, me. Oh, wow, it still worked. Good job. Okay, so. Alright, let's dash down here. And see what your thing is. So. What happens if I try to get you? So it leaves, but like. Right. Okay, why does it leave that? Do I just swap with it, then swap back? Because maybe it dies on its own square? I don't think this will be another swapper. I don't think that's the case anyway. Okay, I'm trying to like invert it to like R and then oh, it didn't really swap there, did it? Oh my god. Right, up, down. Rude. How dare that not work? Oh, okay. It's not gonna choose a direction that like will suck for it, right? Also doesn't swap, it moves away. I really should remember that fact because like it means that instead of up and then to the right, which will probably dodge, you should do like up, down, right, up. This is not the best, so like N SRN, is that better to make a word with? Nose ring, maybe? This doesn't work. I should probably just move up and to the right. Okay, whatever. Okay. So, I feel like there's a lot more opportunities with L and S, potentially, but R, down, left. Will this work? It will not. It's not a real word. This is so hard. Like, I think it's maybe here, but I don't need to finish this word. West Lane, maybe? Maybe westward. Okay, that works. Okay, does the idea work? It does! It does, and thank you for letting me stay alive. I lack it. The skills. Honestly, like these obscure letters being useful, I wouldn't even discount it at all. Okay, so, what are you? You kill me when I'm okay, thanks. Walls. Alright, so do you just get pushed? Probably. I would bet that's the remaining mechanic. I'm trying to spam up moves, but maybe that's not the easiest way to do this. Okay. So, like, if this is actually the idea, then... No, that's west, you fool. And I should do, like, 3 R moves, maybe. Seems like it'll be hard to start a word with this. I don't know. Okay, let's try it. Doesn't work. Okay, pure, maybe that's a word, okay. Oh, what? Okay, well, we got that wrong, didn't we? What just happened? What if I stay in the place? It doesn't work. What if I try to split them? Oh, okay, hold on. That was something. Because we don't have a way to go west here. I think. No! I think it's the other way around, but it's not gonna work. Dude, there must be like a speed run type of thing where you pick the fewest words because of these freaking words like this. I honestly think Lawness list probably could have worked, as in the move pattern could have. Maybe someone calls lawns like lawnsies. Well, you know, I need to do double S here for it to work. Okay, is there a better place for this? Oh, I should probably test if it, like, splits in the opposite direction. It does. Okay, then we could maybe choose E's and W's or whatever. This is so close. It's, like, close to ladder. I think, like a word like hassler would work as the finale to this one, too. So maybe we just go up and left again. Luck. Alright, so, hassler. It doesn't. Oh my god, that's totally a real word. Is there a different word I'm thinking? Oh, that wouldn't work anyway because it starts with R. Is there like a word? Okay, like S can be a D, so like I want to do dossier, but there's no way. Dossler, there's no way. No, not Dostler. No. Well, this could equally be after we make the moves. We could do like RLL instead, or even ELL. Hello, hello? Okay, we did it. Oh my god, of course there's the number of spells, of course. Your little inefficiency counter is at the bottom. This game works on phones. It's called a confusing map in case I didn't say it, like a clown. I'll click on the tools at the top and on a cell to fill. You can also right-click a cell to empty it. Dear, please take my notes and draw me a map following them. My house is surrounded by trees. Just to its right, there should be a path. Okay, hold on. Something like this. Don't know quite what surrounded is. When I say surrounded by trees, I mean there should be trees right on top of it, below it, and on its left. I remember I left early in the morning following that path. I was heading north. Wait, north is usually up in these maps, right? Well, never mind. Leave it as it is. We don't have to do what every map does. So I left home in the morning. You should draw two path squares, one straight and one that turns. What? It turns because if it continued straight on, it would go into a mountain. There's totally going to be some troll. Why is there so much potential lines of dialogue? It's going to be totally wrong or something. When you're standing with the mountain in front of you, and the path turning left, you can also see a tree to your right. Oh dear, when I say left or the right, I mean it should be square right next to it. Yeah, that makes sense. After turning, you should draw another straight path. Is it going to spell CBA? Not to mention, there's no visible turn between the path, you know? Like, it could be something like this, which is also cursed. And, like, with a path in between here and here. But I think that's too much to deal with. Wait, this is a rock, not a mountain. This is water? This is supposed to be water, not a rock? Okay, but to the left of that path, we can see a tree. It's not quite a lake, more of a pond. Giving it 2 squares on the map. How? Okay. So the path should have a second straight square before it turns again. Huh. This time it turns because there's a big lake ahead. Way bigger than a pond. I think the lake should have 6 squares in the map. Dude, this is so... There's a turn to the lake. There's no way to make a south path now! What are you doing here? I'm just gonna click. Trees, a group of 3 in the map. All the mountains should be connected. I might be missing the details of 1 or 2 squares. If it's the case, leave it empty. I'm sure we'll get a feeling once the map is right. Oh my god. So, like, some of the more useful information is like, inside the end of the... Oh god. Trees being group of 3 is actually, like, seemingly quite relevant, though, because... Look at how it's impossible to make the trees a group of 3 if I do it like this. So it must be that I was wrong earlier, and, like, the opening turn is actually like this. So there's no tree here, and this is a group of 3. Okay, Okay, to the left of that path you see the tree, and to the right there's some water. Okay, but we don't really know how it extends. Whoops, damn it! But wait, after turning you should draw another straight path. Maybe it's just like here. Oh god. A second straight square before it turns again. This time it turns because there's quite a big lake ahead, and it's probably not connected to the pond. Therefore, if it turns here, well, it would still need to look like this, but we just don't know which direction it turns. How does the path go south now? How does it split after this? And then, okay, if the trees are always a group of 3 and all the mountains are connected, it looks something like this because, like, we assume there's more mountains over here. That does not make it better because, like, south isn't working. Hopefully the north is usually up is not at one of the cursed troll moments. Yeah, I get that's supposed to be confusing, but the typo just sitting there in the message box doesn't help. Top, below, and left are, like, more objective than, like, north-south nonsense. So I sure hope that it's fine. It's more... I can't believe, because usually that's not more objective, but it is at this moment. Like, I also interpret I was heading north as, like, a general direction, not where the path leads. If it's where the path directly leads, we have a problem. Alright, we're just gonna get lost in the rabbit hole of the impossible, because, like, we need a south and then a path split. That is completely, like, ridiculous. So I need to, like, figure out what this is first. Because it's seeming like it's something like this at the very end, which is completely insane. And then there's apparently a beautiful mountain, which is also cursed, because, like, does this need to connect to somewhere up here? Hopefully not. Although, if we assume that, like, the path starts going north, there's a thing where it's like, you should go draw something that turns, but then the path goes, like, drawing another straight path, which is not possible either. So, how are we gonna have so much space down below to do this, but then do stuff here? I also did assume that a tree was here thanks to, like, one of the earlier things, but maybe that's not true. And then this actually does connect, maybe. Well, it's definitely, like, this... Putting this I should have removed at one point. Alright, let's try from the beginning. Let's say, like, I was heading north means this path goes north at the start. I guess that means that if this is the straight square... See, this looks like a starting square, though. I don't know. And the path turning left. So like this. Maybe. And there's a tree to the right. Okay, that means it has to look like this. Then draw another straight. So left of the path, there's a tree. Oh god, this won't work either. There's no secret, like, going through the connection or whatever. Okay, here's my next idea. Like, honestly, don't really have that many, but it should have a second straight square before it turns again. And then it turns because there's a big lake ahead. And then my path goes south. I was like, how the hell does this work? Like, you need to go through here? Maybe it just means that's this. It's just this. The path goes south, and that's all it is. It doesn't go south by that much. But even then, it's kind of out of order because, like, there should be that turn. There should be that turn, then a straight square, and then the path splits. If you turn right, there should be 2 more path squares. But you usually turn left. There's one last path square and ends here, and this is the one that goes south. And then there's a beautiful mountain, and then this would make more sense because now suddenly there's a mountain that can actually go here. Okay, what else? Trees group in a group of 3. Oh, okay. God, that oh my god, the way that, like, it goes south is, like, in a complete, just isn't in the place that it would seem. It's so cursed. Yeah, I really thought I got it a lot more wrong, you know? Like, there's also the moment where it's like, I honestly thought that this genre is the one where, like, something at the very end could screw you over at the very beginning. But yeah, like, trees right on top of it, that was premiere timing for right on top to mean, like, this tile or something cursed like that. But it ended up being simple because, like, it's using the mountain connectedness for a huge amount of board space. But yeah, anyway, there you go. That was really nice, and, like, the final mountain thing was... It kind of made it feel more like a legit path. That it was that rambly, and, like, it described things as if they were that real. But okay, here's our CBA, and on to the next. Alright, 14 definitions. So, it comes after something, something, something. And I can just, like, put in anything that I want that are letters. Okay. Well, something fisherman... Shakespearean antonym of plate the prince in, time when you can see the, to exercise service on the, and then all these clues. 14 definitions. Okay, I'll need to search for some of these. I don't know what replaces uracil DNA. I don't know if this is going to be a programming language meme, even though it looks like a music note meme. Easter egg or Easter EG. That's a derivative. Main story. Okay, well, this derivative, this is called the power rule. That's the only thing I know. This fits in here. Power rule. That's correct. All right, cool. Okay, so I guess that gives me a sign of what everything else is. Um, hmm. Something fisherman. Okay. Catch? Bait? Do you start a particular day? If this is 3, I don't think it's May. It's like April. No, I don't think it's working. On the plot, nope, doesn't work. Oh, maybe Sunday. Okay, nice. There we go. What does that mean, plate that prints in? In black? Oh, we just got that. Okay, it was actually music note. Plate that prints in black. Okay, not an artist. Don't know about it. Dude, searching for this gives printer results before this one. But... Okay, antonym of... Okay, we need to search this. Looks like it's the mine, which is T. Ooh, thy mine. It's literally just that. Okay. Oh, wow. Handheld percussion instrument. I don't know what this is. The spacing could be messed up too, because we just got an example of that. Like, comes through. What if it's A and... Because those are the only 2-letter words, or it could be I and A, but... Okay, I don't know what this could be, honestly. Unless I search it. So there's too many letters that, like, this looks like it's 5 of the letters in India. Well, not really, but, like... Wait, but what if they don't have to be, like, single letters? Oh, it's Gandhi. GHI, and it's like an alphabetical thing. Alright. Something fisherman. God, I don't know what this is. Harm. I don't think it's harmony or harmonica. Alright, I made a steak, because I didn't get this at all. Like, I don't know, I was thinking maracas, but that clearly is a failure, and I didn't have this in my mind at all. But, honestly, searching in your music library for instruments is probably just as cheaty as just searching it, but anyway, cast and net. Okay, now what? What is this? These don't relate to each other, these clues, I feel like. Cast thy black sun power, no. Main story. Surface on the... I literally do not know. Surface on the... Wait, it could be that other meaning of story, which is buildings. Alright, that's pretty good. Ground floor. Alright, you win. Yeah, let's go. 5 buttons. Okay, this is... Fake run game buttons. Okay. Hey, this Unity splash screen doesn't adhere with the game's color scheme. Anyway, so, what do we have? Oh, there's sound effects. Thank you for sound effects. What? Whoa, what the? What? Okay, that was weird. Wait, there were like Roman numerals behind these, and also like arrows behind these as well. So 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I just got something. Okay, cool. There's a ton of other stuff on this. What is going on? C, B, A, and like a different thing gets touched when you do it. There's like these symbols and these grid lines, and there's a lot of stuff. I don't know what's happening here. Like blue lines also lead to these. And then we have these like they correspond to the blue lines. Okay, maybe it's easier to do this because like maybe we're just adding up all of the occasions. For example, this might be 1 because look at how there's only 1 of these, right? Like there's 1 shape exactly like that. And then that path doesn't have anything else. But are we even doing it in 1, 2, 3 order? Because I don't see anything with this exact 2 shape. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I see that those have been grayed out because they're not useful anymore, maybe. That's interesting. Maybe we'll do a simple one so that, like, the info might get removed. So, like, currently this is, like... Well, again, I think this is 0 edges. There's There's been a time in a different puzzle game where people have complained that I think this is 0 edges instead of 1, or 0 sides instead of 1, but I'm touching it anyway. And then this is 2. I noticed that there's this, by the way. 4, 5, 6. That didn't work. Why is this circle greater than this? Let's just say that, messed up. Let's just say we start at 3, and this goes in between the triangle and the square. Then we do 5, 6. Didn't work. What if it's the highest one, then? If it's not this, then I really have no idea. 5, 6, circle. Okay, so circle is higher than triangle, and apparently higher than literally anything else. So we're going with the infinite sides interpretation. The actual symbols didn't get grayed out, though. Interesting. Whoa! Wait! I see something! Wait, okay. So this looks like all symbols all random all over the place, right? But you need to notice that this corresponds to the plus, and the background of this plus corresponds to the same background as this triangle. So if this is A, we're probably doing A, B, C, D, E, unfortunately, because it's supposed to be C, B, A, D, E in my channel lore. But we're gonna press that first, then B. Okay, it's a open circle, which corresponds to horizontal lines, and that corresponds to pentagons. So touch the pentagon next. C, swirl. Swirl corresponds to waves. Waves correspond to hexagons. Touch the hexagon next. D corresponds to this bolt-like thing, which is vertical stripes. So square, and there's only one left. There we go. Wow, that's a lot that's cleared out. Okay, we have, I don't know. Oh, we certainly need to do freaking math for this. And there's like some counterclockwise thing from up, right, down, like, is this like... Okay, so I don't think that the blue matters, but... What is this? Why does this look different? Like, this arrow looks like it has an extra point to it or something. Because I maybe think this is 1, 2, and 3, maybe? Like, the top arrow corresponds to 1, the next is 2, and the next is 3, because that would get you to 6. But I need to find out what line plus an arrow means, also. Maybe it just means double in that direction. If so, I'm going to do this first, because maybe this is 1, because if I assume that that's the top, maybe I shouldn't assume that, but I'm just going to, like, do this as the first option. Oh, that doesn't make sense if double line is this, though. We're going to do it anyway. Okay, the next is 2 plus 2. No, I think I should do this first, because this would be 3 under the idea. This would be 4, because this is 2 plus 2. And then finally, this is 2 plus 2 plus 1. I literally didn't read any of this. It was like a CVA to do that. I did look at this top row, like, passingly, but seriously. Okay, what's this, then? This 1, 2, 3 stuff. Like, is this like, you're supposed to flip it symmetrically or something? I don't know. Because I don't know how this works. Maybe you should figure out the arrows, but I don't know. Oh, wait. No, just... Wait, okay, maybe it's like up, you grab the up arrow, then you grab the right pointer. There's stuff hiding in between, though. What's the one there? Okay, it's the bottom left. This one is near the finale, right? No, this is also close to the top. Okay, maybe the idea is instead of, like, looking at the arrow direction, because I thought you start with this one first, because it's an up arrow. But maybe it's, like, it's pointing... You treat the square as the circle, and then go... Oh dear, did I just say counterclockwise when... Oh, no, it is clockwise. But, yes, you go through in this direction. So the next one is this, then this, then this, then this. Oh, what? What? Uh-oh. Is that wrong? Okay, what if we do, like... Don't ignore the place it's pointing. That didn't work. Oh no. Okay, maybe this is just number of curves. That would probably make sense. Like, this is not supposed to be look at the exact symbol, just count the number of curves. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, this is better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, as I said before, and let's go. Damn, I don't know what's going on with this one. Oh, God. How is it not any of the things that I did? Why? I'm supposed to do this one last, maybe? No. Okay, I just can't visualize the arrows to save my life, apparently. Okay. Sorry that I suck. Sorry. Why can't you click? There's this hidden puzzle with the clicks. Okay, there's probably not. Alright. Thank you. Welcome to Poo Letter by C. Soothin. This thumbnail just looks like Poo Teller or Poo Lettered. Well, anyway, so let's see what this game is all about. I hope the letters on the side. Oh. What? Okay, I'm not really sure how that happened, but anyway, it just restarted the browser. So I see the word confound. Apparently that's wrong. So, wait. What is this? What? This is in Scratch? This looks like the UI for Scratch. Maybe it's not, though. But I don't expect Scratch games to look this good. Like, with this visual thing. Oh, feel free to ignore? Is it... Okay, there's, like, achievements for some reason. Okay, well, hold on. Can I... Oh, what? That worked? That just worked. Oh, strange. Okay, but now, what possibly... It starts with D and needs to go to... What are you talking about? Why can't I just get rid of it? I mean, well, maybe it's a different word, but I couldn't really think of what it is. I can do control. Enter word B. Can I go back on this? I can almost spell illusion. So what, am I supposed to get the whole grid? No, it's just to get to the letter C, probably. I can spell luck. Wait, if this is word C, does that mean that I need to win there? Luck is also fine. This ain't a word. Fully expecting to go inside here again or something. Maybe this counts, or maybe doesn't. Nope. Wait, this isn't still decide! That's awesome! And now probably edit. Enter word E. I'm worried there's like an easier way, or like a super long, subtle one. Now I can do like title into here. Wait, you can't. Alright, whoops, sorry guys. What if you do a loop like this? Is this You apparently could do that, potentially. Okay, I guess there's twig here. Alright, now what? Gout? No. I'm trying to find some bigger words down here, but I think it's just give. How about evolve or something, maybe? No, I don't think any of this is working. Evil, though. This is not gonna count, I think. How about light, though? I see light. Toe will not work, I think. Tool will work. Size? I haven't even looked at what the final word could be. Equal... Equal like, yeah, totally. Well, I guess I have to just stay here. Like? Looks like the word no, U is not gonna be made. Enjoy? I don't know. You can't even do, like, yo-yos to get back to S, although you wouldn't even want to. Like... Okay. You're writing too long. See, I don't know. I wonder what the final word would be, because, like, it looks like we might be spelling strict, but I feel like we need to end on the C. Maybe let's try a lichen. That does also work. But then I have nowhere to go, maybe. Nurs. This is a card game. It worked, by the way, nerds. I mean, now I can spell strict. That didn't work at all. Okay, well... Well, I mean, it didn't work for the sense that we didn't land on C. There's no way this is a word. Yeah, okay. But what is this, then? How do I get to that and land on it? Wait, I have relic! There's relic up there, if I can get to here. I can actually go to type from here, which is strange. Exam... Mars is not very useful. Myth, though. I think it's a higher from here. Wow, it's like I've been here before. Hold on, what? No, can I check the achievements again? When with less than 8 words? There's a secret ending. Wow. Wait, I can just get to Mythic from here. Mythic. Alright, congratulations. Oh, I think we did to find a loop achievement. Hold on, did I... What? Did I get this? I think I did, but what... Whoops. God damn it. Freaking game. So this doesn't count as an ending, apparently. You found being here made me think, what if the remaining letters spell something? Man, I just realized I could spell confounds from the beginning. We also have, like, mythical. Welcome to Loot Maker. This game is by Torquato, who's made a bunch of games that maybe you recognize. Like, I've definitely played a few on this channel. Probably not enough. But anyway, this game is about drawing loops to solve puzzles, and you get an entire, like, drawing interface. Like, you can do this, and that's the 4. Now, it doesn't really snap to the grid very well, so it's gonna be a little bit janky, but, you know, whatever. But, okay, so the loop edges must align to the grid and start and end on blue dots. And loop edges may cross, but otherwise cannot touch. Loop corners also cannot touch. So just do something like this. Each puzzle is only a single solution. There may be other rules to use this fact to your advantage. We have a 3 and a 5. Let's make a 3 and a 5. Alright. Next puzzle, 6. Alright, and all this is just simple so far. 1, 2, 3. Except you can't make it in the more obvious ways. Well, I mean, I guess it's like this. Right? Hold on, it says that loop edges cannot... Loop edges cannot touch? What does that mean? Did I just touch some edges here? Or no, it just means that you can combine them, probably. Like, that's also valid. And then we don't have any edges that are touching. It's all just one combined thing. Alright. Also, you scroll, there's, like, some drawing tools here. I don't think, like, that's going to be relevant. I guess I could switch to line tool. There's a line tool here, so... Oh, maybe that's not as useful as it might look. It doesn't snap to the grid. Alright, well, anyway, 4. What is this? How? Only a single solution. What? Okay, that's very strange. I mean, the idea that I have right now is going to be something like this, but that's not working. Is there a hidden rule? Well, apparently I'm hitting some debug hotkey at the top. This number is the area size, isn't it? Also, real suspicious border around here. What is this 9 with a 4? What is going on? 10, but the 10 is like monospace for some reason. 9, 10, what is going on? Like 10, like maybe is solvable. 10 feels to me like this, given the rules I know, but it is still a little bit sus. Just because the 2 works like this doesn't mean I can assume it necessarily. And this 4, if there's like unique rules, then like, this needs to be something symmetrical. Or if it's not symmetrical, then we need to know like what could make it asymmetrical. And of course, there's like these blue dots in the background are suspicious, but I don't think I can make any sense of them yet. 6, 8, 8, 4, 4. What is going on? Loop edges must be aligned to the grid. I mean, like that seems to also negate any potential of, you know, doing something like this, right? Like, is it really aligned to the grid? Similarly, I could make some diagonal squares here, but I don't know if this is really what it's doing yet. Like, the potential that maybe the number doesn't mean what you think it might, but it's maybe unlikely. Of course, this is heavily implying that it is an area counter. If it means something like number of sides of the shape or something, it feels like that's not correct because it's a 5 right there. Okay, let's just like check this just in case. If I do this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal tiles, a 6th here, and a 7th here. That doesn't even add up to 8. If we're gonna take the idea that things must be aligned to the grid very seriously, and like the points must be around edges, there is nothing other than this as the solution, but that's so strange. Yeah, should I just look at further levels for some reason? This is double, like, bordered for whatever reason. What is going on? Tons of 4s, huh? What? Okay, if this needs to be aligned to the grid, we need to do this as the move for the 4? Are you kidding me? Okay, this feels like it's too much. This is triple bordered, by the way. This might be a completely what is going on with the... Okay, I'm doing something that's causing freaking my, like, a recording setup hotkey. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, I feel suspicious this looks like a 7 from a distance. Right? I mean, I guess this doesn't look like anything. Maybe that's nothing. But, like, why is this... I don't know. And this, like, would be an apostrophe if it meant something. I guess there's the line that I ignored, because, like, I didn't... Like, it's not used. But this, loop edges may cross. What does that mean? I have never seen the loop edges cross. That's very strange. I'm not sure I can get them to cross in some of these levels, but that would mean, like, this is fine. It would just be something like this that is not fine. I think the levels have established it's not, like, a blue dot counter. Like, it would be interesting in a way if you did this, then it's like, oh, there's 4 blue dots there now, and you leave this empty, but I don't think so. Similarly, like, another way that you could make this, like, maybe interesting is, like, well, you know, it's not it, but like this 4, like imagine if it counts the number of empties because it's outside, but this, you know, this is clearly not 4, so this is not the particular joke right now. You know, and also especially because the border of the puzzle isn't aligned to the grid, so there's no way it counts like that. I'm looking at 11, like, if it's not like that aligned to the grid, then maybe this is the time when the crossing mechanic is finally here. But then what does this mean? That's not 6 area. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like, lines to make it, though. Like, I noticed that here. Like, this is 6 lines to make it. But then there's also, like, the side thing. You know, I also, like, was suspicious about the idea that it's like this. And if it's like this, the rule is that the number instead counts the number of adjacent lines near it. Then you could do a different potential idea with this one where it also crosses or something. And if you can make 2 loops, you can do this, and it's also valid. And then you would do this puzzle like this, because that's the only way to get 4 adjacent. But then the question is, how does that make sense for a number like 6? And, like, if you look around the highest number in other puzzles, 8, I don't know that is, like, that doesn't help. And what's all this stuff? Really dealing with 2 competing rule ideas here right now. Oh, but this double loop one here, I think that means that you need 2, okay. Alright, so that probably means, okay, we don't actually know this is it at all. This is so strange still, but I think it means that you need to put 2 loops in this one. Man, that's making this one really look like it's this now for some reason. Strange. But yeah, I really do think that this double loop for this level means that you place 2 loops, which means this isn't correct for 7 then. Wait, but that means that 3 is not correct, nor this. I mean, I did get the sense that 4 is not unique anymore, like, if you can do something like this for it, but then again, that makes it seem like it's an area number, which I don't think it is. But if that means double loop, then I need to clear this, because it's not correct. The 3 is starting to look a lot more like this, although I'm getting concerned about, I don't know, like, do we count side lengths, maybe? That's... Alright, it's a new day, new nothing. I remember thinking that this 6 was like, this was the total amount it took to make the loop. But then I couldn't figure out, like, what this meant. Because, like, honestly, like, this would work. Oop, I'm on line segment now. And then it's not really a unique solution, unless I need to get all the blue dots or something. But, like, this kind of feels like this would be the case, except then I need to explain how there's multiple numbers if I can only draw 1 loop. Because it didn't take 6 to draw this one. And this one is only 6 in the number of sides that it has, not the number of loops it took to draw it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, yes it is. Okay. Wait, that means that this is correct, but like not because the length is 6, but because the loops the amount of lines it took to draw was 6. Okay, then this would make sense as 2 plus 2 is 4. All right, maybe that's good. All right, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the idea. Okay, that freaking did not take a single session to do then. Oh my god. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 8. For sure, but then hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, that does actually work, doesn't it? Alright. Okay, well, I guess that's what the... Okay, then we can just continue on, maybe. Okay, so if the lines can cross, then there is like something about that, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's actually too much. So we need some crossing, or like 1, 2, 3. Um, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8. Okay, I think... Okay, so then when this double loops, we already did 4 for, like, this. I did have the feeling that this would be the solution even before I knew what the hell this rule set was. So is there, like, something that I can do for this? Or, like, get some intuition on how I would make an 8? I mean, I know that this has gotta be true, because there's just no way that can connect otherwise. And, similarly for this. I bet I can't grab this anymore if I go down. So this needs to continue and then go here. Right, we are making loops, so... I think the corners are forced to, like, connect, right? Yeah, we gotta go all deductive now all of a sudden, despite not doing it before. Be careful, though, because this might not be a connection. How many do we have right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, we don't actually have 7, 8 if we do this. And then this can cross, yeah. Okay, does this... I think this gets it. That's 1, 2, 3... there's no space, whatever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There really are 8. Okay, good. And now this, similar kinds of logic for here. And here, I think... we really, really need to be careful about the crosses, though. Because the cross could happen again, even if I trace this. I don't freaking like how I drew that line at all. This might be misleading the way... Like, I just want to do this, man. Does this work? Okay, so, like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It does work. And it honestly would have been less confusing if I just, like, probably did it this way, but, like, that was more deductive. Okay, that's 8. Okay, 4, but again, with 2 loops this time. We need this connection for sure. Oh my god, can we draw normally or good? This is a lot more than 4. I think that's bad. That was like both of them have to be 4. Do the numbers being split have any meaning now, by the way? It seems like I'm probably gonna do... Like here? Yeah? Wait, no, not there. Ugh! No. I just wanted to get it to look nicer there. So that's clearly 4 from here and 4 from here. But then when I have 4, 4, it does not probably mean that each of them is 4, because we already did that here. So it means that this is like, it's just a total of 8. And the numbers are just to confuse people looking from other places. This is obvious what this 4, 4 is, by the way. Not even gonna... That square is horribly drawn. Okay, this is 8, though. How is this gonna ever work? Let's do the corners first, of course. How sure am I that this number does not matter where you put it? Right now it's 4 because they share it, but I cannot find a way to make 8. Like, come on. Like, you try to make an 8 stroke region, and you probably have a stroke while doing so because it leaves no room for the other loop. So I feel like the idea is actually that it will take 4 strokes. Okay, I see it, I think. Yeah, I think this is it. Right, because it took 4 to make this section, and then it took 4 to make this one. Ah, that's really nice. Okay, so it is meaningful. Alright, so when I see this 4, I was like, dude, I saw this earlier when I was trying to figure out what this mechanic was, and it seems like that's just what it is. These need to add together, though. What's funny is that this would work in the sense that all the numbers, I think, are satisfied, but the whole dot restriction isn't. Oh, well, you know what? Kind Kind of suspicious you can do all that. Wait, am I getting trolled with what's going on with this 2? How is that bottom right 2 ever gonna work? It can't do anything other than like this. Also, I can't draw that... No, I can draw 3 loops in this level, that's right, but still. I draw this, and it's terrible. Okay, so I've kind of been not interpreting it properly, because I thought this was like, oh, all of them need to be 4, but it's not what it means. It means that the enclosing region, if you looked at one loop and then still ignored all the other loops, it would be 4. Like, even if this wasn't here, that's a valid 4 for the outside. Wait, does that mean that we don't have... Because this is now our example of what 8 means, so it's not like... It's not like it just means the enclosing region from, like, the normal adjacency standpoint, because you see it's not connected here and here. But I need to know how these will combine or something like that. Because maybe it's something like this. Ah, that looks so cursed. Also, this isn't 4 total. Ah, this is really confusing now, isn't it? Does the entire 4 plus 2 plus 2 exist in its own region? Because I feel like it might need to. We have 3 loops, so I don't know. This doesn't feel right at all. What does this mean now? Like, I was wondering about doing this for a puzzle at one point just to gain blue dots. Wait, I think that is it, right? Hold on, no, we need to check if this 2 plus 2 works. Because I feel it doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, unfortunately it fails. But I was gonna be like, you know... Here, and now the region containing the 4. The middle 4 is accurate in this one. It's just that the loop that made the 2 isn't. I still feel like I got something horribly wrong. This 4 is right. This 2 must connect somewhere. No, it's something like... here. That's 6 in total, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And well... This is insane. That is a 2 and a 2. It's enclosed the 2 and a 2 here. Okay, but no, this is hard to imagine because... Do I just assume the other loop is non-existent here? Because if I do, then this sums to 8, which is bad. Because I didn't take 8 loops to make that one. This is weird because now this 2 feels like it's owned by 2 different loops. And it's adding in a different potential way each time. Maybe there's some ordering, like, I don't know. I don't know if I've done that right, but, like, maybe we should move on. 2 and a 4, so maybe we could sum to 6, or maybe not. It's quite a lot, though. Well, 4 was known to be a rectangle. No, this needs to add, doesn't it? Because 2 will never make anything on its own. That's a necessity. And so is this. I feel like I've made way too much for 6 also, though. Like, okay, like, let's... I mean, I don't know, maybe imagine a rectangle here. And then... What the... So this is 2 plus 4 equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the 4 works independently. 6 is always this L shape, yeah? That is potentially weird, because we have this possibility, and then you fill in the rest as blank. This doesn't... I don't know. That would mean there's, like, 2 different solutions. Maybe I think can't be blank. I don't think I've used it, though. Wait. No, I haven't used it there. Right. Okay, well, oh, sure, I guess. Well, now 1 is a cursed number to look at, right? Because it must only get summed. So this is probably a... Well... No, every one of these cannot handle them being themselves. But the minimum is like... It's like maybe we do 1 and 3 and then a 2 and 3. No, because like... Can't do odd numbers like that. Pretty sure you can't. Okay, like... Okay, I'm just gonna like... Do this. We know that's a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, got it! That was just the most intuitive thing for me. I'm sorry. That's all I could think about. Okay. What's the star doing over here? Will there be a star at the top? Whoa! Will there be a star at the top right of this? No. What is the number here, even? I don't even know. Because like this is like a double border. I think that could be like a puzzle. Okay, we're just gonna make this work. I think we should break the edge when it does, like, when we're not sure if it... connects the way you think it does or not. Okay, so the odd need to join, yeah? Or there's a big one where the odd still joins, but I'm pretty sure the odd need to join is the thing. The total is 8 and 6, so 14. If you assume that it's a big thing anyway. Or it could be a 10 if one of them only included a 2. We can grab this 5, and I feel like it's hard as hell to make that work under these conditions. I wonder if we could just grab the 5 and the 3 or something from outside, and that would be easier. I don't think we could leave the 3 on the outside. It's like, you do something like this, and it just feels like no, right? If the 5 is like that, then this 2 also needs to curve. How do you get the 3 at the same time? See, like this? This doesn't look good for the 2. Maybe it just gets, like, included and sucked in. Like, we don't touch that at all. That means the 2 is going on its own little path here. And then it needs to cross here. Oh, this looks so cursed. And this is all assuming, this is all following from the idea that the 5 looks like this, by the way. Because that means this has to go here. And then this is going this way. That's so poorly drawn. Why do I do this? Oh no, it feels like this one doesn't have enough. Oh, did I get something wrong here? Because maybe this could have went and crossed down. You need to watch out for stuff like that. This doesn't need to look like that either, by the way. Like, it just needs to turn. It could go this way. Oh, God. When did I assume this 3 could do this? And that was the only way? Right, I did it there. Oh, God. So, like, this has to cross. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but, like, if you do this, the other corner is, like, what the hell? So, it must look like this. Even without me filling in the 5. Okay, and now if I do this, look at this is a failure. So the 5 really does do this, at least. Okay, wait, now that I know this game isn't about, like, diagonal grid lines, why is there no grid snapping, actually? I'm spending so much time making lines neater. It's just like, why do I do this? Okay, so, like, doing this necessarily forces this and makes it stranded. This stranded in the same way that was a failure last time, right? And so is this, so... Does it mean it just can't cross? Does that work? Here. This is getting real suspect. The 2 is not good here. No, I think I messed up again. Why? Can I not assume this because, like, this failed? Well, maybe we can go up here safely. Then the 2 actually has something to connect to there. Whoa! Whoa, I see the 2 and 4 are matching up to make this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-huh. And then this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come again? I'm just gonna have to assume there is some sort of ordering that makes this 4 not count as being in there, but the 2 is still allowed to count. We clearly just made 10. Is there maybe some rule about, like, what it's touching or something? I don't know, because, like, the 4 is kind of inside, like, it's not touching, like, the edges of it, but I don't know if that's a stretch. That feels like a stretch because we did the 4 one with the gap. I don't know. Okay, 24. The 5 that needs to merge with an odd. And we need 3 rubber bands for this one. Well, there being only one solution, and this puzzle being diagonally symmetric... Maybe I should have just switched to line for all of this. But like, I don't like that you can't really do, like, satisfying stuff with the line. Anyway, like, you know that the 1 needs to be, whatever it is, it needs to be in a region with... Like, it can't just be this because the puzzle isn't symmetrical and you could do it on the other end. And meanwhile, parity is ruined if you do something like this as well. Like, because it's an odd number now total, so I think the 1, 3, and 5 need to match. Like, they all need to be in the same thing. This is an outer border, right? Just checking, there's no exception. When there was an outer border, we literally always had to draw around it. I think I internalized that, to be honest. Well, yeah, it's because, like, it's true when it's about a number, but not true if you do something like this to extend it. Then you can have something outside, but you can't have a number outside, though. Something like that is fine. Probably need to, like, make excuses for length increases, but... Oh, but there's a problem there, too, which is... How are the other 2 smaller loops gonna fit? They must also need to be in symmetric positions, so maybe they're rectangles that go like this. This 2 and 2 is 4. Okay, with this diagonal not being here, maybe we can do something like this. Whoa! Did that... No, okay, you... I don't know why I did that. Why? Why do I suck? Here, fit this in. Okay, there. Wait, I just blocked the 5. Okay, is it time to use some different pen color? Alright, let's... Whoa, 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 buddy. Okay, what's funny about this is Confounding Calendar requires you only use it from a limited color palette of 4. Of course, like, I've seen a lot of games in this jam, including mine, that use, like, darker versions, because, oh, it's opacity, it's fine, whatever. But, like, this! This is maybe, This is the most colorful calendar game right now. Anyway, I wonder if it, like... Oh, did it just undo my color switch? What the? Probably maybe would have liked if it only undid your color. Oh, well. It is really cool there's drawing implemented into this, though. It's just... That's really good still. Okay, and also I'm just a clown for this, right? Because, like, once you see this, this is forced, probably. Okay, that's so elegant. Wow. Okay, I haven't even counted yet, by the way. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. That's 4, that's 8, that's 12. Wow, amazing. Okay. Wow, if I knew my pen is color, my pen was capable of being color like that, I would have done this from the start and had a freaking cyan... Whatever. At least this means I can draw ickly art. Anyway, there's a 2 loop here, by the way. Dude, no way. No way is this number gonna count. I'm not counting this. That's ridiculous. What if, like, all the level numbers sum up to be the total amount or something, like, in here? Dude, that's... You're insane for this. You're insane for this. Loop maker isn't even a number. Okay, there's clearly, like, an insane meta puzzle with all this. That's complete. That's no. The game's awesome, but I don't think I'm that insane. I'm just gonna write Chess Battle Advanced and be done with it. It's hard to draw. This is way more spiky than than my toad is. Whatever, there's me. Bye. No one turn this into an emoji. Bye-bye.